Hey guys, just wanted to quickly show my technique for painting World Eater armor. So I've got this guy here with some unpainted armor, and just to start off with, I'm just going to base coat it with this Mephiston red. So just go around the model super quick, get that base coat in. You can see I'm just trying to avoid the trims a little bit. Feel free to just base coat the entire model, but I think leaving the trims sort of helps when you are painting the trims. Alright, now I'm just going to quickly hit it with a second base coat because we want this red to be pretty bright for everything we're going to do to it in the next few steps. And again, we're just going to do this as quickly as we can, making sure to get into all the little parts like that armor around his neck, and just give it a quick go over. Alright, now with the base coat done, next step is I've just watered down some black. I want to try and kind of give the armor a bit of depth. So I'm coming in with this watered down black. I'm just going to throw it on pretty hastily. And I'm going to wash off the brush and sort of move it down towards the bottom of each armor plate. Just like I'm doing there. And you can see I accidentally washed off most of the black from the foot here. But we really want a bit of that black showing. So just as you move the black down to each armor plate, make sure you still have some of that black showing when you wash it off. You can see as I do the shoulder plates here, I'm really just trying to get it to the bottom of each plate. So kind of identify where the bottom would be, put the black on, wash off your brush, and just move it down towards the bottom, help guide it. For all those little cracks here, I'm really just watering down the black and putting it straight on. You really don't need to get caught too much up in this process. You can see how fast it really should be done. I'm throwing on the black, taking that black off the brush, and just quickly moving it around, just so we have some of the red still highlighted on the armor. Alright, so with that black applied, you can see the armor has a little bit more depth now. So next step, I'm going to start highlighting the armor plates. So what I'm going to do is I'm just adding a little bit of white to some of the Mephiston red. You can see the sort of color that produces. But you could add all types of colors depending on sort of the effect you want to achieve on the armor. If you want it more orange, you can add like a Evil Sun Scarlet, something like that. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to get towards the top or the main focus of the plates. And I'm just sort of dabbing it on. So you can see I'm not trying to blend it or anything. I'm just going to the very top or main focus of the plates. And small parts I'm just edge highlighting. These round parts, just dabbing it in a circle. I'm doing this pretty quickly as well. Alright, so with our rough highlights applied, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get some of this red ink from Vallejo. I'm going to sort of blend the highlights in with that. So I'm also doing this pretty fast, but with the ink, you're really bringing the brightness back to the red. I think no matter what highlight you do, it's always going to sort of dull out the armor. So getting a nice ink, just blending it in really helps. So you can see here, with that rough highlight we had, I'm just sort of trying to put the ink to either side of the highlights we did. You can see, just bridging it between the darker bit of the plate and the highlight. Alright, now final step I like to do for any red armor really is just come in with some of this Druchii Violet, or any purple sort of shade really, and just apply it pretty thick to the miniature. I think a purple shade really makes red pop, so that's why I like to use purple rather than neon oil or something like that. Alright, so that's the red armor done. So what I want to do now is I'm just going to paint the trims of the armor. So I'm just going to use this Vallejo steel metal color. I'm just going to add a bit of gold to it. So this steel color by Vallejo is definitely my favorite metal paint. Try and use it whenever I can. You can see the sort of color I've created here. I'm just going to gently trace the trims of the armor. Now if you make a mistake here and you sort of swipe some of the red, what I like to do is just immediately wash my brush, get a bunch of water on there and try and move it around as quickly as possible. But if you're able to, just gently trace the trims of the armor like I'm doing now. Alright, almost finished there, just making sure I get all the little bits, and that'll just about do the armor trim. So we've got all that sort of muted gold applied, and what I'm going to do now is just finally hit it with some neon oil. Now I'm applying this in a pretty thick manner because I want some of that neon oil to get outside of the trim. I just want a bit of neon oil to get over the red, and that'll sort of help create a shadow between the trim we've just done and that red armor. And there we have it, World Eater armor's finished. So you can see we've achieved some pretty cool effects here. The blacks help create a bit of contrast. Red ink has helped keep that red bright. You can see that muted sort of gold armor has helped keep the red in focus. And that's that. So thanks for watching this one, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.